There we go. There we go.
Got it?
How's this? Is this better? It should be better. Okay, great.
Cool.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the morning show with Jennie and Davis. Sorry about the false start there. Should be able to hear us now.
Yes.
Chat, give us a thumbs up if you can hear us. Better. Better.
We have gotten a request to be sweet in all caps.
I wonder who that's from.
I have no idea who that would be from. Not a clue.
Oh, man. Finally. Okay, great. Yeah, sorry. Every time we turn off the computer, it forgets where the microphones live. So anyway, good morning to the Jennie and Davis morning show. That's what we're calling it till we can come up with a better name. A lot of y'all like the name. That was the feedback yesterday.
I like the name. Okay, if you like the name, comment a yes somewhere. In Twitch, on Facebook, Instagram, wherever you are. If you like the name, The Morning Show with Jennie and Davis, type yes. I just want to see how many people are on my side.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Well, good morning, everybody. We are super happy to have you here. Again, it's the second episode. Yesterday's show went amazingly well.
Swimmingly.
Was absolutely not expected for that big of a turnout. What was the total number?
It was total. I think we had 1,200 or 400.
Good night.
Over 1,000 viewers throughout the duration of the show yesterday. So thank you so much.
That's incredible. Let us know if you like the new stream setup. We got this layout thing with all the chat and everything you see here. Just trying to make it a little bit easier to look at.
If you are watching on Instagram or TikTok or Facebook, the best way to view it is definitely on Twitch. You can see the chat better. You can hear all the dings and noises, and you can see the subscribers pop up and questions and all sorts of stuff. Twitch is not big or scary. It's also in an app form that you can just put on your phone, so it doesn't mean you have to sit on a desktop. I know some people think of Twitch, and they're like, no, that's for gamers. You have to have a huge setup with a minimum of 3 monitors. One must be vertical, and that's not necessarily what it is. You don't need all that.
Twitch is just there's woodworkers on Twitch, believe it or not. Those of you who have the woodworking persuasion, there's guys that just do hand tool woodworking, and they do it live. So it's a lot of fun. As you can see, you can jump in the chat and talk to everybody. It's just a good time. And this is where you're also going to be eligible for giveaways. We gave away a Keurig machine yesterday.
We did.
So if we ever do giveaways and stuff like that, you're only going to be eligible if you're in Twitch, because that's how you sign up for the raffles and stuff.
Yeah.
So with that going on, Jennie.
Yes.
Answer the question that is just begging to be addressed.
Which is?
What's in your mug?
What's in my mug? Okay. So this is going to be kind of boring because it's the same as it was yesterday. I have, again, my Wisconsin mug because I feel like a lot of people don't know this, but I am actually from Wisconsin. I am not from Texas. I am not from North Dakota. I am from Wisconsin. And so, yes, I represent with my Wisconsin mug in the mornings. And
oh my gosh. Siri's yelling at you.
Which Siri?
I don't know. It doesn't matter. She doesn't matter.
Creepy.
The only thing that matters is you.
And I didn't even know she worked while we were live.
Well, we can fire her after.
Yeah, we'll fire her after. No severance package either.
I'm from East Texas, from a little town called Paris.
Yeah. We
got an Eiffel Tower with a red cowboy hat on it. It's the most cringy thing.
It is the most small town Texas thing I think I've ever seen in my life. It's pretty funny. But anyways, I have coffee in my mug with oat milk again.
Again.
Okay, well, what's in your mug?
I've got top of the refrigerator coffee.
Top of the refrigerator coffee.
Only the finest for me and my mug. Yep. But what's in your heart's mug, Jennie?
What's in my heart's mug?
What's in your heart's mug today? How are you feeling today?
I feel like I have a few reasons to feel like poop today.
Why is that?
And I'm just not going to.
Okay.
I think
great.
What is in my heart's mug is decisiveness to just be happy and feel good. Because the good things in my life definitely outnumber the not so good things. And as long as that happens, that's a win for me. So
nice. Yeah.
That is in my mug.
I didn't sleep well last night. I normally don't sleep well, but last night was exceptionally terrible. I just kept waking up every 30 minutes. It was either a nightmare, which wasn't even a nightmare. It was just a weird dream that like caught me. You know how you just like, and then you're just like, oh, I guess it's okay for a dog to eat Cheez-Its or something stupid that like was your nightmare. I don't know. Maybe I'm the only one trying to process dogs eating Cheez-Its, but.
Our dog eats Cheez-Its. He loves Cheez-Its.
But yeah, so that's what we've been working on. Just trying to be happy. We got some stuff going on in our personal lives we don't feel like talking about, but we're here and we're happy, and we're not suppressing it. We're addressing it. Yes. We're processing it, which is the important part. But we also want to make sure that we're focusing on a positive frame of view, because there are so many wonderful things in our lives, and those have not gone anywhere, and we are so appreciative of those.
Do you know how many good things are in our life?
So many.
Yesterday, there were like 1,432 good things in our life.
Stop.
That was pretty great.
You're just, stop it.
Stop it.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
So wait, did you even answer what's in your heart smug?
What's in my heart smug? Tiredness.
Okay.
Well, we also stayed late yesterday.
We did stay late.
And that was sort of a bad move.
Okay, but it was pouring rain yesterday through like all of Houston. There's just this, you looked at the radar and we were completely covered up. It was raining hard. And so it got like, we were done at 4 and we could have gone home, but it was just raining so hard and like pooling everywhere. And so we're like, well, we could leave now, but then there's gonna be so much rain and traffic because everybody's leaving at 4. So I'm like, well, if we just stayed a little later, kind of miss the first half of rush hour and like catch it as it's tapering off, and then maybe the rain will stop a little bit. And I was like, okay, that makes sense. But then we got home late and we were like, that was kind of stupid.
Yeah. Well.
We should have just driven in the rain and the traffic and got home a little earlier, but whatever.
Yeah.
It happens.
Thanks for the follow, John. Yeah, so those of you, I don't know where, okay, so we got Instagram here and TikTok there.
Yep.
Instagram, TikTok, go to Twitch. That is the best place to watch the morning show. You're not getting the full experience.
Especially those of you on TikTok. It is really hard to get good framing because TikTok does not let you zoom, at least from what I can find. It does not let you zoom out to get like a wider frame on a live.
So
Instagram does, but TikTok does not. So
download
I know you can't
Twitch,
see us.
follow us over there, and it's going to be a much better experience for you.
Yes,
but,
much better.
We're happy you're here. Either way, thank you so much for joining us on the morning show with Jennie and Davis. It's just a fun and positive way to take your day by storm. So
headed to Twitch. Thank you.
We answered what's in your mug. Now I guess it's time for daily affirmations.
Oh, yes.
This is something we stole from rich and successful people. They say it works, so who are we to question it?
Yes.
Just everybody lives by a code of values, whether you acknowledge it or not. And so the best thing you can do is you can write them down. You can recite them to yourself every day and remind yourself of who it is that you want to be. Mm-hmm. But it's really important when you're writing these out to make them in present tense, as if you're already the kind of person that you're describing. So because
you want to cast your identity ahead of you and then catch up to it. Eventually, if you keep believing and genuinely saying that you are these traits, you're going to become these traits.
It's okay. Just lie to yourself like you do every other day, and just make it about things that you wanna accomplish or you wanna be, and then your actions will map to that over time. So here we go. For those of you that want to go on Twitch, you can go to twitch.tv/jennieanddavis, and that's how you get there. Thank you for all the follows, guys. I love that y'all are hopping over to Twitch. Sweet. Where is my list? Here it is. All right, I'll go first since I made you go first yesterday.
Okay, thanks.
So this is my list. It's personal. I'm going to sprint through it, but ideally you should spend a couple seconds on these. Yeah. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm a pilot. I'm a maker. I'm a businessman. I am made in the image of God. I am able to do incredible things. I'm a man of discipline. I'm a good operator of my body. I am good to my brain. I am building a multi-million-dollar business. My brain just caught up to the fact that I said I'm a good operator of my body, and I did not get good sleep last night, so got some work to do.
We're casting the identity in front of you.
I will be better tonight.
Yes.
I am serving God with my decisions. I am on temporary assignment to do today's work. I will move towards God's plan for my life with today's work. I will get out of my own way. I will love every person I talk with today. I love you. And I will give to others from a full heart.
Excellent.
There we go.
Alrighty, let's go. I added a couple of new ones. See if you can point out the new ones. Well, you probably can, but I am intelligent. I fight for what I want. I am relentless. I am strong.
That's the truth.
I am creative.
Relentless.
Thanks. Mark that one off. Like, man, I accomplished that one. I am strong. I am creative. I respect people. I respect myself. I can learn. I am logical. I am fair. I'm a fantastic business owner. I am a great saleswoman. I am covered by grace. I am loved.
I like it. We got a new one in the chat. I am not controlled by the opinion of others.
Ooh.
Thanks, Robert, for that one.
I like that.
That was great.
That was excellent.
Very exciting. Did you know we're on the path to getting like already some sort of affiliate status on Twitch?
Yeah. Okay. I saw you looking at that yesterday, and you were like, "Oh, I think we need a."
All we need to do is stream a little bit more. Like,
yeah.
That's usually the hardest thing. Like, you guys really showed up in a big way coming over to Twitch. Like, we didn't think we'd get it for the first couple months. Because honestly, I didn't expect more than a handful of people to show up for this. So the fact that we got 60 viewers right now on Twitch.
You guys are awesome.
We got about 5 on YouTube right now. We had quite a bit more yesterday on YouTube.
I think it's because it was new and people are like, what? New video?
Well, yesterday it was also on the main channel. Today it's just on the old podcast YouTube channel, which will eventually turn into the Clips channel. But
yeah, so the Let's Quit podcast YouTube channel is now the morning show with Jennie and Davis channel. So you can still go watch all of our live streams there, and then they'll be uploaded after the fact. So if you missed the show one morning or you got a really early meeting and you're like, I can't make it live, but I can watch it after the fact, that's where they'll be.
Yeah.
And on all the podcast streaming apps. Duh, that too.
Yeah. So yeah, those are daily affirmations. We suggest you write your own list.
Yes.
Write your own wrist.
Oh my gosh. But yet you think the line of taking your day by storm is cheesy. Help me understand.
I said it wrong.
Oh.
And I was making a joke.
Anyways, if you want to steal some of our affirmations, feel free. If you like some of ours,
we certainly stole them from others. So don't be ashamed.
Yep.
But yeah, that's one of the things that we do. So I don't know. Take a minute, think through your affirmations while we talk through ours every morning. But again, the purpose of this show is just to sort of help you, help us all together. Just start the day off on the right foot. Like, I didn't get a lot of sleep last night. I got a big day ahead of us today. I just want to make sure that we're in the right mental spot, because if you can start your day on the right foot, it just sets the tone for the rest of the day.
Right.
Yeah.
And then what were we reading? I don't know where you read this, but you said it the other day and I really liked it. And I was like, your morning actually starts the night before.
Yeah, it really does.
Like, for example, like sleep, like going to bed on time.
Ouch.
Drastic.
You're just rubbing it in.
Yeah. Haha, you're tired. No, I'm just kidding. I do that all the time too, where I just have nights where I don't sleep and then I wake up and I'm like, dang it. But, there's also nights where I do it to myself, where I'm sitting in bed on YouTube or TikTok or something, and I'm like, 30 more minutes, I'll be fine. And then in the morning, and I'm like, no, dangerous. It's a slippery slope. It's dangerous, but
dangerous way to think.
Yeah.
Another thing is, we can get to this in a minute, but another thing is to move in the morning. Oh my gosh, just the weird, stupid way that I think about it is like I just try to get my blood to circulate through my whole body like one time. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like, your blood like circulates. I want to get the same blood molecule to go everywhere in my body, like one lap.
If there's any doctors or nurses there,
that's not how blood works.
They're like, that's not how it works.
But that's what I got to tell my stupid brain to like convince myself to like do something this morning. So like this morning I slept in a little bit because I didn't want to go to the gym because I didn't sleep super well. And but I was like, I got to be active. So I just like did some sit-ups and push-ups on the floor this morning, and I was like, I just got to get the blood circulated one time.
Did you really?
I did.
Wow, that's impressive.
Yeah. So I'm a man of discipline.
I am a man. Oh my gosh.
2 days in a row right here. Oh my gosh.
You're killing me.
Sounds like a pep rally for everyone. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's awesome. And the more people that come over to Twitch, the more fun we can have in the chat. We can start to have some jokes. I would love to figure out how to do live music. I think music would be fun. So we need to get some
music going in the
background. So that'll be fun. Yeah. So that was the daily affirmations part. Yay. Now let's do a fun question.
Yes.
Okay. We got this book, 3,000 Questions About Me. Picked it up at Target. Thought it'd make good content. That's about as far as we thought into it.
And also, that's like how we choose to walk through Target is just.
What's the saying? Like, you don't know what you need. Target tells you what you need.
Yes.
Oh man. All right. Number 12 here. Which word or phrase do you most overuse?
Oh my gosh.
So I'll start first on this one. Hey, what's up, Lou? What phrase do you most overuse? I feel like we should answer this for the other
person.
person.
That's what I was just going to say. We should ask.
I lost my place in the book. No.
Because Jerry Seinfeld? Is that what we got?
Saved it.
Come on over here. You sound like Jerry Seinfeld.
Kramer. No.
Newman.
Newman.
I have my answer.
What?
Well, I have my answer for myself. I have to think a little harder on yours.
Oh my gosh. All right. So I know, for me, I don't know what mine is right now, but like I'll notice that I overuse a phrase and I'll like stop using it for a long time. I would end every sentence with, I would like make a statement or like introduce new information. It'd be like, oh, like so-and-so, like, and then like, oh, that just got to where it was like nails on a chalkboard.
Yeah, you still do that sometimes, but definitely not as much as you used to.
Well, there was a really cool guy that I respected a lot, and that's how he talked. And so I just like picked that up from him. I wonder what he's doing now. Last I heard, he was an F-16 pilot, just wrecking life, doing great things.
He's great.
I gotta look him up.
Yeah.
Yes, we made our podcast table.
Yeah, we made and destroyed the podcast table. It used to be our desk in our old studio, our big long desk
this is a 6-foot desk, and then I chopped it in half, and then I cut angles on it so that it was more of a triangle shape.
And it was so heavy, and our spare bedroom that our studio used to be in was so tiny that we had to build this table in the bedroom. Like we couldn't build it and then bring it in because the door was too narrow. And so then when we wanted to take it out to bring it to the commercial space, we're like, well, we have to disassemble it now in the room because it won't fit through the door. So we literally brought the track saw in the house, and we're like trying to cut this table down. It's like tripping the breaker, and we're like, this is nuts. Anyways, we did it. Okay, so my word for you, getting back on track. Here we go. I think like so and now. So you'll start sentence with like, so what I mean is, but if you're trying to like explain a concept, you'll say like, now, it doesn't mean that we need to do this every day, but what we need to do is this. Now, what that looks like is...
I'm just like trying to slow myself down with those words.
I know. And it's not a bad thing. It's not like it's...
No, but like when you live with somebody, like those little things add up and they just make you furious at the other person. So that's funny. Yours. I would say that yours is that you don't overuse a phrase. Like you don't talk enough. Like for the life of me, I cannot get Jenny to like share her opinion or talk on a subject. Like I'll introduce something like, I don't know, like when we started thinking about doing a morning show, I was like, hey Jenny, what do you think about doing a morning show? And she's like, oh. And then was just silent. And I was just like,
to think.
And I was like, can I get some feedback on that? She's like, yeah, I'm thinking. And I'm like, all right. And I just felt like I was watching a YouTube video in 2009 and it was just forever buffering and it was never gonna show me what I wanted to see.
I don't like giving answers that I haven't thought through. If I'm going to give you an answer, it's going to be an answer and I'm going to have like some thought behind it and some reasons whether or not I like it or don't like it. But I do need to get better about saying like communicating like I'm thinking. Yeah, no, I'm thinking. It's a good idea, but yeah, I'm thinking about this, that, and the other. Maybe thinking out loud. Maybe that's what I need to do more.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm also really bad about I say a lot.
Yeah, we both say a lot. I say when I don't know what I'm about to say.
I think everybody does.
Well, but like that for me, that's not very often because like I've always got a whole laundry list of crap I could say.
Yeah. That was a good question. See, why can't all the questions be like that level?
Dude, some of them are deep and weird and like just hard to answer. They're gonna get me canceled if I speak out of turn. But
no, that was a good one. I like that one.
I'm hearing everybody's overused phrase.
What are they? Share. See, I can't see Twitch on the side.
Happy Tree says his dad used to say, "It is what it is."
Ooh.
Still can't hear that without cringing.
It is what it is.
Chris Mason says, "No problem." What else? I'm missing some. I learned yesterday. I thought I could be one of these streamers that could like read the chat like and just know everything and be able to read it all and then just interact with it. I just can't. I've got such a one-track mind. I cannot read the chat and look at the camera and carry a conversation with Jenny and be entertaining. Like, it's a lot. I'm sorry.
That's
especially
really
not at 7 a.m.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it's not so much that Jenny's a processor. Like, she does think externally. Like, she does. When she has a problem she wants to solve with somebody else, she will talk out loud and work through it in the real world. It's just Jenny's brain is not wired to speak. Like, literally, you have like jaw, what is it, TMJ?
Yeah.
Like, you literally have TMJ, like jaw issues with your muscles and stuff because, and the doctor said, quote, because you probably don't talk enough.
I don't know.
Because TMJ is a thing that like a lot of really quiet people have because they don't use their mouth enough.
And stress people if you keep your mouth clenched a lot.
Oh, you're never stressed.
No, never.
You're not a stressful person at all.
I'm just a free little happy cloud floating through life.
Well, morning, everybody. Welcome to the morning show with Jennie and Davis. If you're just joining us, this is our morning show. We do it every weekday morning from 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. Central Time, and it's just a fun and positive way to take your day by storm.
Because if you don't take your day by storm, the day will take you by storm.
The storm will take you.
Yeah, and we're not okay with that. So that's why we all get together in the morning.
It is, as someone said earlier, it is a pep rally for everyone. Every morning. I love that. That's so much fun.
We should just bring in candy and start chucking it at the camera.
Did you do?
Like, welcome to the pep rally.
So I know the answer to the question I was about to ask you, and I'm going to embarrass you now.
Oh, no,
Jenny,
no, please don't.
Jenny was a cheerleader.
No.
So she could really lead a pep rally. Sorry, I just had to throw that in there.
Thank you very much for that.
I was in band. I was a band kid.
You were a band kid.
I was.
Band kid.
But I'm going to justify it by some unnecessary backpedaling and say that like band was actually the cool thing to do at my school, which sounds absolutely crazy. I totally understand. I wouldn't believe myself either, but it just was. So anyway.
Interesting.
Yep.
Yes, we went to school in two very different places.
Yes, we did. But we had pep rallies, and that was always fun.
Yeah.
I don't know. Our pep rallies were always lit. Like
our
that was before the kids said lit.
That was before that was way before
our
the
pep
kids
rallies
said
were.
lit.
Are you ready for this? Our pep rallies were tight. Remember that word?
Yes.
That was an overused word that needs to disappear.
Yes.
Video static. I don't know. I hope not. Looks fine to me. Looks fine on YouTube.
Like there is static, or the video is static and paused.
I don't know. Move your bunny ears. It might not be coming through on channel 12 very clearly.
Bunny ears.
Big Lou says nothing wrong with being a band geek. Yeah. What instrument did I play? I played French horn. And not to toot my own horn.
Oh my gosh. But yet the line for the morning show is too cheesy.
Yes.
I don't understand. Go on.
I was pretty good at it.
You were. I'm dead. He was very
good at
talented.
I remember I had a bunch of like music teachers and private lesson teachers that like got legit mad that they found out that I was going to do like, I was originally going to do engineering or whatever and go to the Air Force. And they were like legit mad. And I was like, well, it's not your life.
It's not your life.
Not your life. I like to eat food and live indoors. Thank you very much.
I don't know. With your with your grit, I don't know.
No.
I think you probably could.
No. There's only two ways to make decent money. So Van Neistat has this like standard. He's like the standard of being successful in whatever you do as an artist or whatever, like, is to live the life of a successful dentist. Like if you can have the lifestyle of a successful dentist, then, you know, hopefully you should be able to do your passion or whatever, but like not be absurdly rich, not have Lamborghinis and Ferraris, but like if you're just a moderately successful dentist, that should be your goal, is to live by. And so the only successful dentist money in music is in two places. Number one, you get a long-term tenure at a very well-renowned orchestra. Yeah. And there's always hundreds of people lined up for those jobs.
Right. And I feel like if you mess up or you're not producing or performing, they're like, next.
Right.
Is that how it goes?
Yeah. And so, but then the other side is the studio world. So like you can be in a John Williams orchestra and do like movie music or stuff like that. Or you can be in a recording studio and do stuff for movies and TV. That's really cool until you bust one note. You play one wrong note and they kick you out of the booth.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because again, they have paid other people to stand out in the hallway in case you're just having a bad day. They kick you out of the booth. The whole industry knows you got kicked out of the booth and they replace you with somebody else. So the money's good while you get it, but it's not there long term.
Sanding cutting boards is much more forgiving.
Exactly. So anyway, not to like poo-poo on the music people, but man, they got it rough. So my heart goes out to all the music people that are trying to make a living.
Props to the people who make it work. That's amazing. Bonfire Creation says, cool, I was a male cheerleader on an all-star co-ed team.
Oh, fun.
That's awesome. I was also on an all-star team.
Nice.
Very cool.
Nice.
You never know what people, what other talents people have. I love hearing about that. Yeah. I would have no idea that somebody else on the live stream was a all-star cheerleader. Too cool.
Yeah.
Yes.
Cool. What's next? We did the fun question. Oh, it's time to... We're moving a little faster than we were yesterday, but that's okay. I followed my checklist today for the show.
That is fantastic.
I have a working checklist. It's this yellow sticky note on the page. And, yeah.
Because yesterday we forgot to hit record until
I forgot to even look at the checklist.
10 minutes in.
Yep.
Yeah.
So.
That's okay.
Yeah. A lot of trumpet players on here. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Lots of people. So. With lots of loud and obnoxious people is what I read. There's all these stereotypes. Do you know this? There's a stereotype for every instrument, and it's like scary accurate.
Really?
Yes. Like there's always exceptions, and everybody always thinks they're an exception. But like there's a lot of very strong stereotypes that are very accurate among the different instrument players.
Yeah, I guess like certain instruments would attract a certain personality, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, like trumpets are usually like the loud, overly aggressive, like boisterous type personality.
I mean, a trumpet is pretty loud and boisterous.
Exactly. Yeah. The trombones are usually fun. A lot of them are high most of the time, but I didn't say that. So are tuba players. Tuba players are just like big, happy people. They don't not necessarily large or overweight, but just like usually taller, bigger.
Well, a tuba's a big instrument,
right?
Too.
So when you're in 6th grade and they're like, "Who's gonna carry around a giant tuba?" You're gonna pick the biggest kid in the class, and so generally it tends to be the larger people.
Interesting.
French horns are usually like the nerds or the very drama-filled girls. Which that also checks.
No, I'm just kidding.
Ouch. Of course, we also sit right behind the flute players, which are, I would say, the most stereotypically normal gender role females are the flute players. And the clarinets. There's a lot of overlap there. Saxophone are usually the cool kids. Drumline is usually the cool kids.
Drumline's pretty sick.
Drumline is pretty sick. Yeah, there's just all sorts of different personalities that go along with it.
If I played an instrument, which I do not, I am not very like musically talented in any way, shape, or form. What instrument would I play?
I don't know.
I took piano lessons.
I could see you playing clarinet.
Really?
Yeah.
I took piano lessons for about 9 months.
Clarinet players tend to be sort of quiet. Kind of reserved. I don't know.
I've always thought the flute was kind of cool. I always thought it was kind of pretty.
Yeah.
I guess clarinet's pretty close to flute. Not really.
I don't know. You do too much. I don't know. Flute. Like I knew a couple guy flute players too, and they weren't like super feminine or girly. Like they were just like normal guys. But like, I don't know. You seem too gritty to play the flute. I mean, you do crawl through the mud and do all sorts of fun military stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just couldn't see you playing flute.
The flute would have to be like my balance, where I'd go relax and like play very calming, soothing, like pretty music.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You're not a very calming, soothing person, so
no,
that would be funny.
I'm not very calm.
Yeah, your sister played the tuba and was skinny as a rail. Yeah, it's pretty funny. Sometimes you get the exceptions in there, and it's just hilarious. And those people usually stand out. Jenny's a saxophone player. Yeah, I could see saxophone.
Saxophone?
Yeah, I could see that.
I think the saxophone's awesome. Yeah. I know. It's hard, though, isn't it? I've heard it's pretty difficult.
They're all... So everybody always wants to like rank them as like hardest to easiest and stuff like that. It's very hard to do.
Strength. I feel like it takes a lot of lung strength.
Yeah, but I mean, like you just develop that over time. Like, I don't know. The hardest ones to learn were probably oboe, which is double reed instrument. It takes a lot more like finesse, and like the articulation of your mouth muscles needs to be like really refined because it's just hard. It's hard to get air to go through the instrument.
That's crazy to think about that. Like other sports, you want to be jacked. Like you need big shoulders so you can like tackle harder. And soccer players have like big legs and huge calves. And like ballet dancers have like insanely strong legs. And it's like really good musicians have very strong like facial muscles and like your lip muscles and everything. Like, that's just nuts to think about.
Yeah. Well, that's why my nose is crooked. My nose, if you don't know, my nose goes off that way. And
now you'll never unsee it.
It's because when I played French horn, my mouthpiece, like it's called an embouchure, which is your...
Bless you?
Yeah. It's how your mouthpiece like fits onto your mouth and the All right, we're back. Is everyone still here, or did you all give up on me? It says 61 viewers, so people must have still... What?
Oh, nothing. Just 61 viewers. That's good.
Yes, we're back. Hello. Nice. Hello, everybody.
Yes, I
There
think
we
we're
go.
happy trees. We should be back up on Twitch now. Somebody said on TikTok that they think we have a weird obsession with Buc-ee's, and they are right.
You know, that's one of those things that, like, it started off as just, like, not a big deal, and then very quickly became a big deal, and then I never knew why. So, but we just pushed into it because content.
I don't not like Buc-ee's.
Well, okay, so what happened was that I got a Buc-ee's shirt when I came to Texas because so when I went off to college, like Buc-ee's didn't exist, or at least I didn't know about it, and then went to school and then I stationed in California, stationed in North Dakota, and then I hear about this Buc-ee's thing, and I'm like, what's this Buc-ee's thing? And so I get a shirt, and that just becomes my woodworking shirt because it was just a cheap cotton t-shirt that wasn't too hot. and didn't fit me quite right. And so I just started wearing it in the shop to build furniture. Well, then I wore it in like 4 or 5 YouTube videos, and then everybody's like, hey, you love Buc-ee's. And I'm like, yeah, Buc-ee's is great. Like, it's a cool store, but like I wasn't super crazy about it. But then I'm like, all right, well, every time I go to Buc-ee's, I got to buy a shirt now.
Yeah. And it's like, I mean, we liked it to begin with, but it's definitely grown on us now. Like,
no sound again? Oh my gosh.
On Facebook?
Again?
Man.
Why does it keep doing this?
Internet is not helping us right now.
Can you hear me now?
Can you hear me now?
Somebody let me know if you can hear me. Dude trapped in a box. I'm on Facebook and can hear you fine. All right.
Okay.
Wave if you know there's no sound. I hear that some of you don't have. Hit refresh. You can't hear me say that. I don't know. Just refresh. I don't know. I can't do nothing about it. Facebook says they have sound. Does YouTube have sound?
It says Twitch has no audio.
Does YouTube have sound? I hear that some of you don't have. Yep, YouTube has sound. All right, Twitch, hit refresh. I don't know sign language. How do we do F5?
I didn't even know it was F5.
Refresh. That's refresh.
Refresh.
Facebook people, can you... Facebook people, can you type in chat and tell people to hit refresh?
We should have little signs.
It'll go in the chat over here. Facebook people, everybody on Facebook, say hit refresh for Twitch. Audio fixed. Cool. You look wonderful. However, can't hear you.
Well, thank you for that.
There's the audio fixed. Okay, great. Sounds like we're back. Good job.
Yay.
Hey, people.
We should make little like signs on popsicle sticks. It's like refresh.
Hit refresh. That's funny.
Like Wile E. Coyote signs.
Yeah, we could have like a little bag of signs back here.
Yes.
Oh, that's funny. What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Sorry for the technical difficulties. I don't know what happened. This computer is working really hard. It may have just been the computer that was just like, I can't take it anymore. But because we are recording in 4K, that's pretty rough.
Yeah, that's a lot.
But anyway, hello, welcome back. I hit record again, just for your reference.
Oops, it's back, but you sound like chipmunks.
We sound like chipmunks.
That's cool.
Well, sorry.
I really want to sing like the soundtrack to Alvin and the Chipmunks now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so we got about 20 minutes left. That killed a good 10 minutes. Great job, everybody.
Oh my gosh.
We just did it for content.
No, we did not. That
video again, no sound. I don't know what the deal is here. Let me do it. What's my internet look like? We got internet. Let me tell you, we pay for internet, man. Mm-hmm. Those commercial internet subscriptions.
No joke.
Oh my gosh. That's nuts. All right, so I got about 350 down. We'll see how much upload I have. But it should be fine. The stream, I think, is like 1080 or 720. Huh. Maybe I can change that.
Yeah, we might have to look into that after this, because if it's...
Oh, we got 15, 20, 25 up. So...
I don't know.
Whatever.
The internet could just be weird.
Oh, now it's like glitching every other frame. Should be fun. Oh, we got 15. To fix Chipmunk, do a refresh. Yeah, I agree. Everybody should refresh. If you can hear me, hit refresh.
Everybody just refresh.
Can I change the stream output while I'm streaming? The upload is the important part. Yeah.
Yeah. Especially on YouTube video publishing days.
Streaming.
It's critical.
Yeah, I can't change these settings.
All right, we'll try to do it afterwards then and figure out what the issue was. Yesterday was perfect, though. We didn't have any issues yesterday. No technical issues.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Well, sorry, y'all. We're still working through it. It's a new show. It's okay. We appreciate your respect and grace. Audio's working in Kansas. Well, at least it's working in the most important state.
All right. Yep. Glad it's working in Kansas.
Nice. What's next?
What do we got?
We got to sharpen our mind, body, and spirit. All right, I got to read another chapter in the book. So we've been reading this book. It's called Priceless, The Myth of Fair Value and How to Take Advantage of It. Want to sharpen our minds. That's one of the 3 things we should work on growing every single day. Again, starting the day off on the right foot and stuff and things. So chapter 2.
If you missed the section we read yesterday, go back and watch yesterday's stream.
On Twitch.
But
yeah, it basically was talking about how, like, price is crazy and blah, 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 and, like, clickbait. Like, I don't know. The first chapter of a book is usually, like, clickbait for the book.
To keep you reading.
Reading, right.
Yes, you don't give up. Hello from the UK. That's awesome.
Now it gets boring. All right. Part 2, or chapter 2, price cluelessness. All right. So this guy also uses a lot of really big words.
Yes. Oh, my gosh.
So
we kind of, like...
Makes you bad at Skippy Peanut Butter.
Yes. So we read this book and like half the game is to figure out like words he could have used that were half the length of the word he actually used.
Yeah. But anyway, I'm saying it now so I don't have to say it later.
Yes.
All right. Imagine you were asked to heft a suitcase and guess its weight. How accurate would your guess be? Not very, most would admit. The arm muscles in brain and eye just aren't wired to gauge pounds or kilograms. That's why supermarkets have scales and carnival weight guessers draw slack-jawed crowds. They're also cheating. Now imagine that the suitcase is lost luggage being auctioned. The lock is picked, and the suitcase is shown to contain some resort clothes, a high-end camera, and other lightly used merchandise. Your task is now to guess the winning bid, the market value of the suitcase and its contents. How accurate do you think this guess would be? Would it be any better than your guess about the weight? Auctions can be unpredictable. I'll make it easy for you. Pretend you're a bidder in the auction. All you have to do is decide your top bid. You're not guessing what other people will do. You're just expressing how much the suitcase is worth to you in dollars and cents. How exact would that valuation be? It's not the easiest thing to attach a price to something with no clear market value. You may end up wondering whether your top price is any more sharply defined than the other 2 guesses. One of the running themes of price psychology is that judgments of monetary value have much in common with sensory judgments like weight or brightness, loudness, warmth, coldness, or intensity of odors. The study of sensory perceptions is known as psychophysics. Wow, it sounds like a very important word for something that, I don't know, is not,
a suitcase.
Not super important. I don't know. Psychophysics sounds way more important than just the study of sensory perception. It makes sense, though.
Yeah.
Back in the 1800s, psychophysicists, what a title.
But why not?
Imagine rolling up to a party and telling somebody, oh, I'm a psychophysicist.
They'd be like, oh, so you're crazy.
I would not want to explain that, because once you explain it, you immediately sound way dumber than the title sounds.
Like, why couldn't it be like psycho-economist or, you know what I mean?
Because they wanted to sound cool. I don't know.
Interesting. Okay, go on.
And back in the 1800s, psychophysicists determined that people are acutely sensitive to differences and not so sensitive to absolute values. Given 2 identical-looking suitcases, one weighing 32 pounds and one weighing 36 pounds, it's a cinch to tell which one is heavier by lifting. But without a scale, it's hard to be certain whether each suitcase would meet the airline's 44-pound limit. People display a similar cluelessness about prices. This all-important fact goes largely unrecognized. I wouldn't even say unrecognized. I would say challenged. So many people just very aggressively challenge that their perception of price is what everybody else's perception of price is. I don't even think that it's unrecognized. Anyway, the book, for those of you asking, is called Priceless, The Myth of Fair Value and How to Take Advantage of It. It's all about pricing and stuff in the market and stuff like that. That's because it's unrecognized because we live our lives in a media cloud of advertised prices and market values. Because we remember what things are supposed to cost, we can adopt the pretense of having an unerring sense of value. Consumers are like a sight-impaired person who can navigate familiar surroundings because he has memorized where the furniture is. This is compensation, not keenness of vision. That's a very good illustration.
Yeah.
Every now and again, we get a hint of how myopic the price sense is. Anyone who's held a yard sale knows how difficult it can be to put meaningful prices on household cast-offs. This old Tribe Called Quest CD should be worth twice as much as I don't know what that is. I'm sure. Watch Gary V's Trash Talking. You'll know what he's talking about.
Yes.
You don't know whether to price something at $10 or 10 cents. In 2003, economist Dan O'Reilly, I know him. Well, I don't know him, but I know of him. George Lowenstein and somebody else, I can't pronounce his name, termed this curious mix of conviction and uncertainty as coherent arbitrariness. Relative valuations are stable and coherent, while actual dollar amounts can be wildly arbitrary. Yard sales reveal a truth we might not care to admit in a business deal. Prices are made up, numbers that don't always carry much conviction. That's what we've been saying for years. Price is always fake and arbitrary.
Be the title of our next video.
This book tells the story of a simple finding with far-reaching consequences. The numbers that make our world go round are not so solid, immutable, and logically grounded as they would appear. In the new psychology of price, values are slippery and contingent and fluid as the reflections in a funhouse mirror. This challenges the credo that everyone has a price, something ingrained in business sense and common sense alike. Terry Southern's 1959 novel, The Magic Christian, riffs on that bit of folk wisdom. Billionaire anti-hero Guy Grand is a prankster who devotes his life to proving that every man and woman has a price. In a typical caper, Grand buys an office building in Chicago just to tear it down and replace it with a boiling vat of manure, blood, and urine from the stockyards. Simmering in the hellish muck is $1 million in $100 bills. A sign on the vat announces, "Free money here." Grand's doctrine is that there's nothing so degrading that someone won't do it for a sufficiently large pile of cash. The Magic Christian permits the reader no scope for feeling superior. We may not be all money-grubbing materialists, but it's difficult for anyone in our society not to believe the weirdly transcendent power of money. The everyone has a price theory holds that valuations are stable and can be revealed by a little wheeling and dealing. When offered a bargain, I compare it with the internal price and decide whether to accept it. It's not so much of an exaggeration to say that all of traditional economic theory is founded on this principle, Guy Grand's premise. Everyone's got a price, and those prices determine actions. Now, there's now overwhelming evidence that this idea is wrong, at least a model of how real people act. As far back as the late 1960s, psychologists Sarah Lichtenstein and Paul Slovic demonstrated the deep ambiguity of prices. In their experiments, subjects were able to set prices consistent with what they wanted or choices they made. Psychologists have been working out the consequences ever since. In the new view, internal prices are constructed as needed from hints from the environment. One demonstration of how that works is the United Nations experiment of these other two guys. I can't pronounce their name. They're a legendary team. Well, I can't pronounce their name. They're a legendary team of Israeli-American psychologists. One of them is now in his mid-70s at the time of writing this book. I don't know when that was. And the other, he's a very active senior scholar. The other one died of melanoma in 96. They shared the Nobel Prize in Economic Scientists. Yeah. Sorry, I'm trying to get back to the plot. So they were working in a still young branch of psychology called behavioral decision theory. This is the study of how people make decisions. At first encounter, that topic may sound worthy and slightly dull. In fact, it spans the entire human comedy and tragedy. Life is all about deciding. The word behavioral emphasizes that this is an empirical science, studying how flesh and blood people act rather than prescribing how they ought to act. Behavioral decisions theory is still a small field, much like an extended family. He just keeps talking about the field itself. Where's the information? So what they did is they got together an apparatus, looks like a carnival, like Wheel of Fortune, like a little carousel wheel, with numbers up to 100. A group of college students watched as this wheel spun, and they selected a random number. Now imagine the wheel is spinning along, and the number is 65. Now answer this two-part question. Is the percentage of African nations in the United Nations higher or lower than 65? The number that just came up on the wheel. What is the percentage of African nations in the United Nations? Write your answer here. This is a dumb game. Like many experiments and some wheels of fortune, this one was rigged. The wheel was designed to only produce one of only two numbers, 10 or 65. So they rigged the wheel.
Just like carnival games. What do you
know? When the wheel stopped on 10, the average estimate of proportion of African nations was 25%. But when the wheel on the fortune was 45, the average guess was 45%. The latter estimate was almost twice the first. Okay, so what they're basically saying is that the wheel primed you to pick a low number or a high number. People didn't want to stray too far from what the wheel landed on. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah. Okay, just to bring this down to...
But they didn't even know what the question was going to be before they spun the wheel, right?
Yeah, they didn't know what the question was.
They just got some random number that's not associated with literally
so
anything.
they were trying to show that they were primed to pick a number based on some random arbitrary wheel pick.
They had nothing to do with the question.
And the only reason they weighted the wheel was so they could control the variable of what number people selected.
Ugh.
Oh, that's interesting.
That's crazy.
Okay, so I'm just going to stop there for the day because the chapter's kind of long.
Yeah.
That was really interesting because there's so much in that. Like we talk about like doing this show because it primes your day, and like there's so much that goes into priming. It gets kind of woo woo if you research it too much, but like price is such a good way to see a lot of the human tendencies that we have of how we buy and sell things. It's just really interesting to see that
that it works in so many aspects. Like that wasn't even a pricing example or like a sales example.
It was just to show how people are influenced by
what they see
first.
Yeah.
So again, you can doom and gloom and get scared and wear a tinfoil hat the rest of your life, or you can use that to your advantage. You can get a flashlight. You can curse the darkness, or you can get a flashlight. So knowing that, what do you want to prime yourself with? If you know your decisions are going to be influenced by how you're primed, you need to take control of how you're primed. What little free will it looks like that we have, you need to put that ahead of yourself and prime yourself to have a good day, to do positive things, to make progress on your goals. Because that's the only chance we have at having a meaningful and successful life. Yeah,
we talked about this yesterday too. Like, are you going to start your day off on Instagram and let other people prime your day, or are you going to choose what you put in front of your eyeballs and prime your own day for what you want to see?
Yeah.
So yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for suffering through me reading again.
Interesting.
That was really crazy. Sweet. It's now time for our breathing exercises.
Yes.
Would you like to lead us today?
Yes.
I didn't get to breathe yesterday.
I didn't get to breathe yesterday.
I went all day yesterday without breathing.
And he's still here.
And I'm still here.
No. Okay, so we do this because we want to focus on mind, body, and spirit in this morning show, just to really get us all primed to have a good day. The mind stuff we spend a ton of time on. That's what the book is for. That's what the question is for, and all sorts of stuff. But now we can't make you go run a mile or do push-ups or anything, because half of you are probably driving while you're watching this. But what we can do is breathing exercises, because that is very good for you as well. So
more psychology, because I think you need it. Like when you're trying to heal, like I don't want to use the word trauma, because I feel like that word is like overused in the wrong context. But like when you're trying to heal emotional wounds, like you need to think about it and you need to breathe through it. Like there's a lot of science behind this, trust me, bro. But like the more breathing you can do while you're thinking through those like flows, it's literally just processing. Like processing your emotions.
And you're giving more oxygen to your brain too, so that's helpful.
Correct. But the oxygen is what allows you to make new neural networks to circumvent or soothe the wound in your brain.
Yes.
So.
All right. So we're going to breathe in.
Stuff nobody asked for.
But we give you anyways. So we're going to breathe in for 4 and out for 4.
Yes.
Ready?
Yes.
Is everybody ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Excellent. So breathe in. 2, 3, 4. Out, 2, 3, 4. In, 2, 3, 4. Out, 2, 3, 4.
It's okay. We're all going to look stupid together.
Yeah.
And all get lightheaded together and all crash our cars together.
But you can't see each other. The only people you can see is us. We're the only ones that look stupid. You don't look stupid. Nobody can see you. All right. Ready? In, 2, 3, 4. Hold it. Out, 2, 3, 4. Excellent. Do you feel better?
I do.
You do?
I feel a little bit more calm. 30 years ago, I used to run. I love it. Oh, man.
Yeah.
That's great.
It does help.
Thanks so much for the follows. Thank you for those of you coming over to Twitch.
Yeah.
Welcome those of you that are on Instagram and TikTok. This is our morning show. It's called The Morning Show with Jennie Davis. You would know that if you were on Twitch, because there's a title above our heads.
Yes.
And very soon we will have live music to start your day off on the right foot.
I'm so excited for that. It's going to be a party.
I just got to figure out how to do it, because I can't put it in the recording. I've got to find a way to record it without the music. I don't know. I guess there's a few Google searches in my future.
Yeah. Just a few.
So, yeah.
All right. And lastly.
Oh, we got to sharpen our spirit.
Yes.
What are you worried about? That's sort of, it's echoing what's in your mug.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Kind of.
Kind of.
But it's like, what are you worried about and what are you joyful about?
Yeah.
Those are the questions we ask ourselves.
Break out the instruments and make the music live.
Ooh.
Then we would have no viewers.
Yes, you do not want to hear me play an instrument. Nothing.
Yeah.
I'm so bad.
All right, what are you worried about? I don't know, I'm worried about today.
Because you're tired?
When I'm tired, I'm worried that I'm going to make a big decision that I don't need to make because I'm tired that day.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I got to do some woodworking today because we're almost out of cutting boards.
That's what I was going to say. I'm worried because we're almost out of cutting boards.
I got to finish the batch of charcuterie boards, and then I got to start and make a lot of progress on a new batch of cutting boards. So that'll be my day. Does Twitch allow you to play music? No, but apparently all they do is give you a slap on the wrist. So I'm not too concerned about it.
I see other streamers do it. Somebody else said they're worried about making my business work and failing financially. That is a very common fear. We actually did a poll on that on our YouTube channel, I think last week and a half ago. And that was probably like the highest voted fear.
Yeah.
Because people will feel like they're going to make the wrong decision and then fail. What we always say is by not making a decision, you are probably failing the most because then you don't know if it would have been good or bad.
Yep.
So it's okay. We all fail sometimes. Just fail forward.
Yep. Sales pitch at a distillery tomorrow. Good luck.
Hey.
What are you joyful for, Jenny?
Oh, man.
Did you already answer this and I just ignored you because I was reading chat? I have a one-track mind.
No. Let's see. I am joyful because I'm excited for our next video coming out, honestly. I think it'll be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yep. I'm joyful about that.
I'm joyful for, I don't know, I'm happy I get to do woodworking today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's always fun.
I don't get to do it every day.
Yeah.
So.
And you've got a lot of it to do.
I got a lot of it to do today.
Yes.
That won't be a problem. So.
Oh, yes.
Anyway, I'm joyful for you guys. Thank you so much for joining us. Man, we're so appreciative that you want to spend the morning with us. It's just so much fun. Thanks for joining. And
we'll see you tomorrow morning.
Everybody put your favorite color in the chat right now.
Ready?
Everybody, go.
Go.
We're going to do something with it. I don't know what we're going to do with it, but we're going to do something with it.
Favorite color in the chat.
Favorite color in the chat. Orange, blue, red, yellow, green, gray. Ooh, gray. That's a new one. I never heard anybody's favorite color is gray. Oh, silver. Silver.
We got a red.
Wow. Lots of blues.
Oh, I know what we're going to do with this.
Okay.
I'll explain it to you afterwards.
You'll have to come back tomorrow.
You'll have to come back tomorrow to see what we're going to do with it.
Oh, man. Thanks for hanging with us on the technical difficulties.
Yes.
Everybody have a great day. And Bruce is here to say hi.
Bruce wants to say hello. And
Bruce says have a great day.